So again, this room I started off about 3 years ago, but 3.5 years ago. And the reason I got these, my main focus was always Transformers, but the reason I started buying the pre-Transformer stuff here was because when I was thinking about setting up this room, I thought, you know what, I got to pay some homage to the pre-Transformers. So as you guys know, some of this stuff is just so expensive. So I just decided to go the mixed way. So this is a collection of vintage Takara stuff, some G1 stuff, vintage knockoffs, modern reissues, modern knockoffs, hand casts, uh, accessories and figurines, and custom painted figures. So, all right, so here we go. So here you see some of my many of the figures here I got. Yeah, most of this stuff I've got just within the last 3-4 years. I really wasn't trying to get this stuff. I was really mostly concentrated on G1 stuff, Transformers. But again, I just needed to show some love to the pre-Transformers, so where the figures came from, and that's my main focus, my main reason to buy this mixture of figures. So, and here's some car robots. 5 out of these car robots are vintage. The rest are a mix of reissues and customs and modern knockoffs. And try to pair them up with their pilot, the correct colored pilot. And I'm missing about 25 of these little figurines, so I just need some knockoff figurines or some customs, and I'd be really happy. Yeah, so my most recent purchase was the black tracks right there. That's actually an original reissue. And I got really lucky on that guy. He's just missing his missiles, but got a really good deal. You see there's some Hasbro painted figures that were never original to the Takara stuff, so but that's all right. There's some Mecha Warriors with some Hasbro stuff. Knockoff watches with some original watch Q. Some Insecticons with some pilots. Mixture right here. I don't think there's just a couple G1 stuff, but most of it is reissue or knockoff here. But again, that's what this is, just a mix of stuff. Some original Diaclone Jostra carded figures. All my Dino knockoff stuff, some vintage knockoffs. I had to throw the Multi-Force robots in there. There's such an awesome figure. Just to show what else was out there available. Mix. And here's some my micro change stuff, knockoffs mainly. Some reissue stuff. I really dig the knockoff cassette man. It's pretty cool. And then here's some Omega Supreme. I think there's 2 of these are original. I think from Toy Box, and I got 1 knockoff. And I got 2 of the vintage knockoff pre-Transformer construction robots. They're Diaclone colors. They're pretty cool. Some pre-Transformer knockoff world back there. Some Microman cassette vehicles. And I got a vintage micro change gun, a Browning in there, and then the knockoff on top. And part of my pre-Transformers collection are a set of these cool little model kits from the Diaclone line. They're I guess the good guys up here, and then the bad guys, the Warders, and they're powered suits, and they're pretty awesome. They're pretty decent size scale to the regular ones, to the regular figures. Here, I'm gonna take out some. Now here's just to show real quick. I guess this is the real powered suit, vintage power suit, and this is a model kit from my display. And these are pretty cool. I don't know which one this one is, but this one has a bunch of glue. But see the little figures in here, and this is one of the reproduction Wardrobe figures. But you see they're a little tinier, and then even compared to this set right here, I don't know what set these 3 yellow and green Wardrobe figures are from, but I know they're from a model kit. But you can see they're a little smaller in size and scale. But that's what these are. They're model kits, and you put them together. I have 11 total different sets, and I think there's a total of about like 30 plus, maybe 35 or more. But they're pretty cool. And here's, I opened a couple. All of the ones I ordered, they all came on like no outside package, sealed plastic. But all the kits come sealed inside their bag, and each of them come with a pilot. So you take these little things off, and you put the little pilot together, and they all came with all this stuff right here. Some packages. These are the deluxe sets right here. These are bigger than the other ones. I think only these ones came with all this stuff. Some flyer, and then they come with a little a little instruction manual, and they're pretty cool. I guess I don't know if they're meant to be repainted or what, but yeah, so that's what I have. I have these different ones. Some of them go for a couple $100. I guess they're more rare than these. I got a pretty good deal on these. I bought them at different times, but some of them I got cheaper rate, so I bought multiples of. I intended to build the kits, but I decided to keep them here because I ran out of room in my display case. But they're pretty cool. Oh, and here's a smaller kit. You see what's included. This one doesn't actually. Oh, the instructions are inside the box. You could see. I think it shows you even on the side of the lid. It shows you which ones are available. This shows up to 15 on this one, and I'm sure there's more there. I think that's what it's talking about. Apparently the deluxe ones, yeah, Z, the Greek alphabet ones, which are some of these up here, and they're pretty awesome. Here's this one right here. And there's some of them supposed to come with glue. I think there was one that it didn't come with the glue little kit, but it's old and I'm sure it doesn't work anymore. But yeah, they came. And you can see the little pilot inside there too. So you build them together. You play the good guys versus the bad guys. So these are pretty cool. But I was intended to continue collecting these, but they were just getting too expensive, and my main focus was Transformers. I did not want to spend too much money on these, but if I find them, I'll probably get some more. But they are pretty cool, you guys. But yeah, that's the end of my pre-Transformer stuff.